Jeremy, I remember from the smoke from those wildfires in Canada was bothering us. And now it's right in our own backyard. It's coming through the walls here.
I know. It's a little too close for home, like you said on one of our earlier shows. You know, we're used to experiencing wildfire smoke from faraway places, but tonight it's right outside of our backyard. Montage Mountain was ablaze today with a 60-acre wildfire you heard earlier in this broadcast. And it's because we haven't had any rainfall all fall. But I do want to show you this because it tells a completely different story. This is our yearly rainfall. We picked up just about average. If you go back to January 1st, so far we picked up about 34 inches of rain since the beginning of the year, and that's pretty much where we should be for this time of year. But this is the statistic that tells the story. If you look at meteorological fall from September 1st to now, November 17th, we should have picked up over 9 inches of rain by today. Well, we only have 2.07 inches in our rain bucket. That's a departure of over 7 inches of rainfall. So we're down a significant amount of rainfall, and that's why we have this drought in place. Severe for our southern tier out through the Poconos, even into Pike County. Parts of Luzerne and Lackawanna counties too in this severe drought. We just haven't had enough rainfall. And the reason that we saw so much rainfall in the beginning of the year, in spring, and also Tropical Storm Debbie in August, that's what got us up to near average. Just because we front-loaded all of our rainfall doesn't mean that we don't have a drought. Of course, this whole fall we haven't seen much rain, and that explains the dry fuels that we have and why fires can erupt so quickly. Now tomorrow we have winds gusting once again up to 25 miles per hour. So the threat for wildfire spreading is very high. No outdoor burning, no fireworks, no bonfires, no campfires. Be careful with those cigarette butts because you flick them out the car window and they could end up in a leaf pile and cause a fire that way too. So you got to be very careful with anything that can cause a fire as a result of these wind gusts. Up to 27 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon in Mount Pocono, over 20 mile per hour wind gusts for pretty much everybody in the afternoon. By the latter portion of tomorrow, still gusty in the Poconos, so wildfires can still spread. And Chelsea explained it earlier in this broadcast just now. We smell the smoke here in our backyard, here inside of our station. It's permeated through the walls, and we have a moderate air quality. Good air quality is less than 50 on the air quality index monitor, and we're even approaching that unhealthy for some range, so you might be noticing if you have emphysema or some other cardiovascular disease, a little bit difficulty breathing as a result of the particulate matter in our atmosphere. When fires burn, soot is released, and those fine particles can get in our lungs and cause them to have some distress. So you might be experiencing that right now if you're someone who is privy to experiencing something like that. Here are all the wildfires burning that are over 300 acres plus ours. That's 60 acres big. Right now, 8 active fires across the area. We have clouds filling in across the Commonwealth, some light showers just to our north. This cold front will sweep through, bring us just a sprinkle or two through the overnight tonight into very early tomorrow morning. This is our real weather maker on Thursday that'll bring us substantial rainfall. Not enough to completely get rid of our drought. Remember, we're down 7 inches, but we'll put a dent in it at least. Here's how I see things. Cloud cover overnight tonight, maybe a sprinkle tomorrow morning. Then we kick the clouds out throughout the entire day on your Monday. Lots of sunshine, but the breezes stick with us. Through your day on Tuesday, partly sunny skies, maybe some sprinkles then too, but the real rainfall comes in Wednesday night and continues with us scattered on and off through Thursday and Friday. Maybe even a few flurries mixed in too. A really cold shot of air from Canada comes in and drops our temperatures, you'll see on the 7-day, from 60 on Wednesday to the 40s on Thursday, Friday, and even through next weekend. The Santa Parade next weekend, Chelsea, is on Saturday morning. And you know what? It's going to feel a lot like Christmas that morning, too.
Well, perfect, because Santa's on his way here from the North Pole.
That's right. Maybe he brought the weather with him.
He might,
Maybe.
But at least he'll feel at home.
Yes, he will feel at home.
Yeah.
Good thing we're doing that here in Scranton.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jeremy.
Yep.